Today. We had Larry Summers calling the economic projections ludicrously optimistic, I think. What does it say to you about the process? As you mentioned, there were those who momentarily cheered the fact that there was a 10-year target here. But then you heard from both Republicans and Democrats saying this is something that is just unpalatable to them completely.
Well, I think it's fantasy land. They have been basically kicking the can so long that the magnitude of the problem is almost insuperable. And so they just imagine options. They imagine policy mixes that have no chance in the world of happening. Not only does this budget project all this GDP, which can't happen, it also says we're going to have what they laid out is a $7.5 trillion gross tax cut over 10 years. You know, the 15% corporate rate, 15% on the pass-through, doubling the standard deduction and all the rest of it. And yet they say they're going to pay for it with 100% offsets, so there's no revenue loss.
This is the double count.
This is the double count. Now, how are you? Sure, I'm all for a broader base, lower rates. That's what Reagan did in '86. But how are you going to come up with $7.5 trillion of offsets when you have the K Street lobbies lined up from one end of the, one end of the swamp to the other? And the big dollars are really beyond reach. The biggest loophole you can close is the health exclusion. That's $200 billion a year. The House Republicans chickened out on that during the Obamacare repeal. The next biggest one is $180 billion, which is pensions and IRAs. Do you think they're going to take pensions and IRAs away? The third biggest one is, capital gains and dividends treated on a preferential basis. When you put all the lobbies, the Wall Street lobbies and all the rest of them, on the case, they're not going to repeal that either. So my point is, they pretend they have a tax cut that they haven't paid for that produces GDP that's out of this world beyond what's feasible. And they end up with budget numbers that are so unrealistic, such complete fantasy, that they might as well not even bother. Then they pretend you can raise defense, you can raise veterans, you can have $1 trillion infrastructure program, you can ring fence Social Security and Medicare, which is $1.8 trillion. Don't cut them a dime, and essentially take $500 billion of a $4 trillion budget and cut the hell out of that little corner and leave all the rest to either grow or the same and think it adds up to anything. It doesn't.